Good Friday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take a deep look at the next 7 days, the tropics, and try to answer your questions over the next 15 minutes. First off, beautiful night underway for high school football. Looks like a fantastic weekend for whatever you have planned outside. We're looking at downtown Beaumont, 84 degrees, but the humidity is so much lower, making it feel a lot more comfortable outside under partly cloudy to mostly clear skies across southeast Texas. So here's the weather plan, or the weather headlines over the next 7 days. It's a very quiet weather pattern through the next 7 days. We don't expect much change except as we head towards days 6 and 7, which would be late next week. We may start to see higher moisture levels move in. It could be some isolated showers, but that is maybe a stretch. So we're going to be in the pattern at least through the next 4 or 5 days of cool nights and sunny afternoons with low humidity. Of course, that goes without saying, dry weather expected. Then, as I said, towards late next week, maybe Thursday, Friday, we'll start to feel the muggies returning to southeast Texas. So it looks like a great pattern if you've got a big project on tap, maybe painting the house or working on a roof or something of that nature. Looks like the weather is going to be very cooperative the next 7 days. Unfortunately, just an atrocious algae report today. Ragweed is extremely heavy across southeast Texas, and so is mold. Tree pollen is at moderate levels, and so is grass pollen. So it is not very good for allergy sufferers right now. One thing that is good is that we're going to see a nice cool morning across southeast Texas. Could be the upper 50s to lower 60s in the lakes and the mid to upper 60s across the triangle, which is a few degrees below normal, but not anywhere close to records. Our forecast tomorrow calls for about 87, 88 here in the triangle with a light northeast to east wind, low humidity, sunny to mostly sunny skies are expected. Modeling showing a little cooler for my taste on those lows, but highs around 88 to 89, so we're pretty close with lots of sun coming up tomorrow. We do not expect any rain even in the morning, and that's the difference between me and modeling. Look at that. It's showing showers in the morning, a 10% coverage. It's just not going to happen. For Saturday, we're looking at up in the lakes area. We'll go about 87 with a light northeast winds with, again, mostly sunny to sunny skies. Let's see what modeling. It has a bias of showing showers in the morning. Not a big chance, but we just don't expect any rain. Otherwise, temperatures tomorrow should be about 87, 88 up in the lakes again with abundant sunshine. And I think it's going to be even cooler than what you see there up in the lakes area tomorrow morning. Should be a upper 50s to lower 60s. So that's the difference between my forecast and modeling. As far as rainfall, we really don't expect much over the next 7 days. This is the usually wet biased European model. It usually is wet, and it's showing maybe some isolated showers by Friday of next week. May not happen, but can't rule it out or ignore it. Otherwise, as you can see, visible satellite sun setting, so we're losing that. Temperatures, at least at the airports on the Pro Roofing Concept satellite and radar loops, are generally in the lower 80s with mostly clear skies out there right now and nothing on radar. We should see clear to mostly clear skies tonight with that dry air mass and light winds. That's why we're going to see a nice cool morning on your Saturday. Again, clouds out into West Texas and off to the southwest, upper level low pressure there. But again, pretty quiet over the next couple days as high pressure will be building in the upper levels of the atmosphere as we head on into Sunday, Monday of next week ahead of an upper level disturbance. Now look at the scale. This is the amount of moisture that we have to work with. You need moisture in the atmosphere to be able to produce showers and storms if you have dynamics like an upper level disturbance moving through. Well, we'll talk more about that in just a second, but as you can see, we're way down the scale. Look at all the browns over Texas right now, and East Texas especially. A very nice break across East Texas. Very comfortable weather patterns, especially in the mornings across our area. It's all because of this trough of low pressure. That's what dragged the front through our area, and that front obviously out in the Gulf now, but with the northwest flow, that means just fantastic weather as we head through the next couple days. But we're going to be eyeing this as a piece of energy is going to be dragged across the state. But the problem is that there's just not enough moisture as we head towards late Tuesday into Wednesday for this to interact with the atmosphere to produce showers and storms. So there's on Monday. You can see Monday evening, look at the ridge of high pressure over us. So we don't expect anything Monday. Now as we head into late Tuesday, there's the disturbance right there over our area. And because the atmosphere is dry, I don't think they're going to be producing any shower or thunderstorm activity. What we'll likely see is maybe an increase in cloud cover as we head on into, say, Tuesday afternoon, especially Wednesday, before this heads back to the north or to the east. We'll see a northwest flow. Now, as we head on into late next week, we may get some type of wraparound across our area from the east. That's a potential for some moisture to come on in from the setup over the southeast U.S. To bring us some showers, or at least higher amounts of moisture as we work on in to, say, Thursday and Friday. But look at the wind speeds across the Gulf. Again, we are pretty much done, I think, for hurricane season. I'm feeling confident now. In the tropics, this is soon to be, well, first off, this is Umberto. It's a Cat 3. We're not concerned about Umberto. We expect this to turn out to sea. It may have somewhat of an effect on soon-to-be Imelda. They did not retire Umberto, which was the fastest developing hurricane that struck in 2007, struck southeast Texas. I believe Jefferson County. It came ashore as a Cat 1. It was the fastest developing hurricane ever observed in the tropical Atlantic. So they didn't retire that, and they didn't retire Imelda after dropping 44 inches of rainfall over towards Finette. This is going to be Imelda 2.0, and it could produce catastrophic rainfall over towards the Carolina coastline as we head through much of next week. A lot of uncertainty. That's why this cone is so wide, because there's a potential it could go on in to the Carolina coastline. Then there's the potential that it could do something like that because of a passing trough of low pressure. So a lot of uncertainty as far as where this will go. It'll probably be a hurricane, could be a Cat 2, I think at the top end, but it's not really the winds that we're concerned with as far as this goes. It's the sluggish, slow-moving tendency that we saw in 2019 with Imelda. Similar situation setting up for the Carolina coastline. So we'll put this into motion, and you can see there is Umberto and there is Imelda. This shows a possible loop. Did you see that? Let me back it up and show you again. Watch this. It comes out of the Bahamas, and it does kind of a loop there before going inland. Now that's the deterministic European. Ensemble modeling shows, for the most part, this going in to the Carolina coastline, while some of the members take it offshore. So there's a little bit of uncertainty. Regardless, this is going to be a slow-moving storm where there's a potential for a stall or even a loop there. If you got family members over towards the Carolinas, they need to be very concerned about this one, because if you look at the European model, it usually does good in these kind of situations, and look what it's dropping. This is what, in Harvey, it was the only model to drop 50 plus inches over southeast Texas, and it's dropping a good 18 plus inches now through Saturday, and I have seen it drop as much as 25 inches. So this is going to certainly change depending upon exactly where this goes. Regardless, if this amount of rainfall does occur along the Carolina coastline towards Charleston, back over to Myrtle Beach and Wilmington, this will be catastrophic, unfortunately, for the Carolinas. Otherwise, Umberto is a Cat 3 now, and it is expected to go a Cat 4. Look, kind of a wobble off to the southwest right now with a, looks like about a 25 mile nautical mile wide eye, as it has now winds of 100, let me get my nose out of the way, 115 miles an hour with gusts to 140. So regardless, none of these are going to be an issue to southeast Texas, okay? Too much shear in the Gulf, and that's pretty much it as far as the season goes in the Gulf, the way I see it right now. Regardless, tonight we expect a comfy night. It may be a little cool for some folks. I think we could get down into the upper 50s to lower 60s up in the lakes area, mid to upper 60s in the Triangle tomorrow morning, and clear skies developing. Then tomorrow, sunny to mostly sunny skies. High should be at probably in the mid to upper 80s. And again, with the humidity low, there's not going to be a heat index tomorrow. So should feel finally a little more like, almost like California weather, if you will. You don't have a heat index. You don't go outside and immediately start sweating up a sauna. You know what I'm talking about. A little more comfy. So as we take a look at our coastal marine forecast, it looks good up in the lakes. For your San Rayburn forecast, looks good on the Gulf with mostly smooth seas around a foot and a northeast wind at 5 to 10 knots. High tides at Sabine Pass if you are going there tomorrow. 3:18 a.m. and 9:39 p.m. and those days just continue to get shorter. Sunrise at 7:05 a.m. Sunset at almost 7 o'clock. Wow, really shortening up those days. 7:06 p.m. All right, our forecast tonight: mostly clear skies. Again, don't be surprised in outlying areas. Not so much Jasper and Woodville. Upper 50s, like there could be an upper 50 in Spurger and maybe Newton and Burkeville, and then here in the Triangle. 63, 64 in Beaumont, and the mid to upper 60s mid-county and into Port Arthur as winds go calm, clear skies, a dry air mass, all points to a fairly cool night across southeast Texas. And there's your San Rayburn forecast. The water level continues to go down at 157.04 feet. Expecting mostly sunny skies across the lakes area on Rayburn tomorrow. No rain is expected with a northeast wind at 2 to 5 miles an hour and highs in the mid-80s. Like I said, I can help you with the forecast. I can't help you with your fishing. Otherwise, our forecast for tomorrow across southeast Texas shows mostly sunny skies, low humidity. Should be a fairly comfortable day with highs in the mid to upper 80s and a light northeasterly wind across southeast Texas. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast, and let's see if anybody has actually texted me tonight. Let's see. Somebody's asking about whether or not we are done with the season. I think we're pretty much done with hurricane season. And it's because of the shear in the upper levels of the atmosphere is very strong. The pattern supports a trough in the east and a ridge over Texas or the southwestern U.S. And I believe the 17th is the latest the state of Texas has ever been struck by a hurricane, and that was Jerry in 1989. No hurricane has ever struck Texas in November. So mid-October, yeah, I'm fairly comfortable with saying that. And as far as I can see, it looks like the pattern would support us being protected because of the shear and or pattern in the upper atmosphere. So I think we're pretty much done. Otherwise, lots of sun coming up the next several days. It looks like mostly sunny tomorrow and 87, maybe 89. Sunday may be a little bit cooler in the mornings. Dry air, lots of sun coming up. Then as we head towards Tuesday, we're going to see that disturbance pushing through Tuesday into Wednesday. So it may pick up a little more cloud cover, but still it looks dry because we just don't have enough moisture to work with to produce showers and thunderstorms. Then as we work towards Thursday and Friday, some of that moisture off in the southeastern U.S. may try to work west towards our area. I'm not really convinced that's going to happen, but I will go with a little more cloud cover and also maybe an isolated shower. Let me go back and try that again and show you that the forecast as far as the comfy forecast